So welcome everybody in my YouTube channel. I'm very happy to have my guest, actually my social intern, Nikita Gas. And we're going to talk about something which is both relevant to women, but also both relevant to innovation. But I will not exactly say it why. I think these three questions will show, which we'll share with Nikita I think our opinion or perspectives on it, on these questions or answers. How we imagine this, and what can we do, both representing me, mature generation of women, and Nikita, which I'm really happy to have as an intern, a younger generation of women, which will create a future of innovation for us. So Nikita, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so we can start with first question. How usually you decide which cosmetics to use?
Well, of course, I'm a younger student still, so my budget to spend on cosmetics is relatively low, but I try to still see if I can like pinpoint products that both are animal free, but at the same time are also of the quality that I want. Because one thing that I don't want to compromise on is waterproof mascara. That is something that I really don't want to use something else for.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
it can be hard to find that.
Yeah, yeah, I realize that. Indeed, this products we not all make like choices which we sometimes have impression. At least I can speak for myself. Are fully aware of, because many years ago I bought brands, and I can show it quickly without, this is not an interview sponsored by these brands, but brands which were recognized but also recommended by celebrities, which were presenting on L series their cosmetic bag, and they were taking it out. And one of them was concealer, which was very much I hope you can see it well, Yves Saint Laurent, which I bought many times years ago, because the celebrities were recommending it, and you can open it and you can click on it and you can remove all the dark places under eyes. So I was not aware then, and that's, I think, part of my culpa in building awareness, but now I know. And I checked these brands and they still didn't do any improvement. So they are still not cruelty free. So that's Yves Saint Laurent, the concealer or corrector. And the other one, which is my favorite lipstick, Lancome Rouge in Love, Lancome Rouge in Love, one of the best rouge colors I like. And I checked on ChatGTP, simply Googling it in a way or looking for this information. And they are also still not cruelty free. But surprisingly, there are brands which are. One of them is Kiko from Milano. I hope you can see it. There are shops also in Netherlands. Yes, I can. I hope it's visible now,
Yes.
which is cruelty free and which is affordable. So not necessarily expensive brand. So, and they made progress. Or brands which are Polish brands, Bielenda. This is also a matte makeup fluid, which also have been heavily working on animal-free innovation in terms of their cosmetics. And that's also very popular and cheap brand, and a very good one. So we have to promote also these expensive brands like Lancome, but also Yves Saint Laurent, to really make something more in the progress of animal innovation, especially because there is already European ban to test animal skins, use animal skins to test cosmetics. But also, of course, we still don't have a global one. So I think we have to help. We have to keep by also bringing this interview to public space, making we also make together impact to encourage these companies to put more effort on animal-free innovation, especially the products we love. Okay. So second question, Nikita, is about now switching from, in what ways, switching from personal choices on cosmetics, in what ways can these choices regarding cosmetic influence your professional activities?
Well, I did a bachelor's in molecular biology, and that sort of sparked my interest in how animal testing is done, because of course it's highly aligned with the biomedical field, but also a lot of like consumer products are still tested on animals, and that sort of made me interested in the animal-free space. And at the same time, I'm starting a master's in molecular toxicology, and there's a lot of consumer products that could be tested in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that is something that I want to explore a lot more in the next few years to see how that is possible and what else it entails.
Mm-hmm. So your education will support this, I call it professional, right, activities. So that's really great to see that you invest in education, which can empower animal-free innovation, or actually which can make impact, right? So that's really nice
Yes.
to hear from you. I think coming back to my perspective, of course, for me it was very important starting my startup, where I could have full freedom. Well, maybe not complete freedom, right? I still live in the system of companies, business ecosystem. So it's not like I can be the pioneer to change the rules, but I make a lot as an agile coach, especially agile doer, because that's important for me to, as a startup, develop collaborative project between academia and industry to develop, for example, human skin substitutes. So instead of using skin of animals to test drug and cosmetics, we develop implementing 3D printing, which I think very cool approach, human skin substitutes to test this cosmetics and drugs. So that's what I can do as a startup, I think. And having the startup, I think, gave me some relative freedom to decide what kind of projects I'm going to develop or concepts, and who I'm going to invite to this collaboration. So I think that this is something which helped me, first of all, to not just build awareness from making better choices to use cosmetics, which are cruelty-free, but also bring this awareness to develop concepts which are focused also on animal-free innovation. And surprisingly, some people would say, how can you combine regenerative medicine and tissue engineering with animal-free? Yes, you can, because you build something for skin. For example, this human skin substitute can serve skin repair, and repair is related to regenerative medicine. So you can also bring stem cells, right, to turn them into artificial skin models, because they can also differentiate. Stem cells can also differentiate into, especially the induced pluripotent stem cells, which are one of the most, I think, totipotent stem cells. They can also differentiate or turn into artificial skin products, and this can be also used, right, as a model to test cosmetics instead of using animals. So you can combine regenerative medicine with animal-free innovation, and that's the way also I bring this awareness from my personal to professional life in terms of startup. So question number three, Nikita, this time we're going to also tackle a little bit. Since Nikita was my social intern, she also, I was analyzing content, which I already published on Agile Mindset, and also asking a lot of questions. So please visit and please see the questions, and also please perhaps also ask more questions or comment on Nikita's questions. The questions related to how would you imagine knowing some basic principles about Agile Mindset, how you would you imagine applying it at work or your studies, knowing at least some basics about Agile Mindset?
Well, what I learned in the last few weeks is that Agile Mindset is basically just learning by doing. And especially my bachelor, I did a lot of that too. Learn by doing it and see how much you can pick up of it. But I think also in my next future steps is that I will be doing a lot of experiments that are focused on innovation, and especially there, a lot of things will fail. But I think right now I have a better understanding of how to still pick something from it that I learned and how the innovation can still be pushed forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that an agile mindset is important in that.
So it will give you persistence. That's what I sense. It will help you keep being persistent. Yeah, definitely. That's what also helped me in staying persistent, but also, you know, thinking from different perspectives. So 3D printing, for example, is the different perspective of doing, creating substitutes than typical organic way of, you know, producing skin layers and seeing if they're going to integrate organically or not. Or but I think printing giving the different technology which can help to make this also more better, quicker, and maybe more repetitive in terms of reproducibility and quality. But for me, what was also important, it was this learning by doing in Agile Mindset, which I'm practicing as Agile coach. I not only talk about this, but also for me, it was important what you said a little bit about trying and failing. Even failing, you learn something, right? It's also learning lessons, so you can improve it. So for me, it's not just about learning by doing, but it's also that this can be continuously improved. So it's called continuous learning, continuous improvement. And that's, I think, the part of Agile principles also helps me a lot, that every time, even I would fail, I will learn something, and now I know what I should focus now on, especially small steps, what I can do next within this small step to improve something which I first might fail. So I think that is something which I keep practicing a lot, continuous improvement and learning on mistakes, and mistakes not like as a taken personally, I did something wrong, or I didn't design something right, but really thinking, what can I do now, what I can learn from that. So that's something which I think I would add to this learning by doing. Okay, I think we probably would have a lot of other burning questions to answer together and give feedback, but I like it because, you know, we represent very different generation here, young generation of women and mature women, and I believe that that's the way, by talking about is exchanging our perspectives and learnings. Also on Agile Mindset, but also on cosmetics and also on animal-free innovation, we can really bring attention in social media about animal-free research. And especially because Netherlands is one of the countries that I really like, which is not only pet friendly. A lot of people have here animals or pets, but also is pioneering animal-free innovation. So I think it's important also to be here and to develop it together, but also to see, you know, what young generation, what they're going to do with their education, and that they want to actually proceed with animal-free innovation. I think that's a very good sign from Nikita to promote it as a young woman, but also from my side, I think we should not forget about older generations. So if we can bring this cross-generational input together or effort, I think we can make a lot of changes in the near future on animal-free innovation, making this impact also in choosing cosmetics. That's how it starts, right, from your personal choices. So I don't know if Nikita you would like to add something.
No, I completely
to say,
agree
right?
with that.
On it, but we have limited time. So anyway, guys, if you have more questions to us, to Nikita or me, please put it in the comments, and see you next time. So greetings, and thank you very much, Nikita, to be my guest as an intern of this interview and bringing also your valid, valuable points of view.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.